The Spanish judiciary continues being the target of criticism in Catalonia, but now also in the whole of Spain. The reason? An unprecedented U-turn by the Spanish Supreme Court on who has to pay mortgage tax. Hello, and welcome to Catalan News. Instead of banks, its citizens will have to pay mortgage tax, which usually means a few thousand euros. Such was the final ruling of the Spanish Supreme Court after much hesitation. On our show today, we'll get you all the reactions, including petitions for a high-ranking justice official to step down, and we'll also visit a very fashionable event in central Catalonia. The Spanish president is determined to override the final call by the Supreme Court on who is to pay mortgage tax. This after a series of protests that have just begun in several cities, including Barcelona. All eyes are now set on banks, courts, and the relationship between the two.
The Spanish judiciary continues to be an object of much criticism in Catalonia, but now also in the whole of Spain. The Supreme Court's U-turn on who has to pay the tax on new mortgages has sparked outrage. In October, judges decided it was banks and not clients who should be the ones to pay the duty. This had a big impact in the media and prompted panic in the stock market as banks made losses of some 5 billion euros. The day after, the judges suspended their decision until yesterday, when they changed their minds and ruled that it is borrowers who must pay the tax. The mayor of Barcelona, Ada Colau, who used to be a leading activist for decent housing, was among the critics of the decision.
Això genera alarma social, també genera incertesa econòmica i genera desconfiança en aquestes altes instàncies judicials que s'havien posicionat molt clarament a favor dels consumidors.
Left-wing parties, trade unions and other social groups in Catalonia and the whole of Spain call for public mobilizations against the decision.
És un insult democràtic el que ha fet el Tribunal Suprem, anunciar una sentència i després girar-la per pressions.
In fact, some people have already started to protest outside some bank offices. An example is the platform of people affected by mortgages, whose former leader was Ada Colau herself. They claim that judges are enthralled to financial institutions.
Realment hi ha 15 marionetes obeint a la banca al Tribunal Suprem.
The outrage of many in the past few hours has led the Spanish President Pedro Sánchez to announce some amendments to the law so that banks will have to pay the duty. This, he said, will be passed through a government decree as soon as this Thursday.
Now we head to the Catalan Parliament, where a new plenary session took place. Our colleague Alan Ruiz Terol followed what happened, and we can speak to him now. Hello, Alan. So tell us, did lawmakers also discuss the controversial Supreme Court ruling?
Yes, the Spanish Supreme Court's decision on the mortgage tax case was on everybody's lips today here in the Catalan Parliament. The Catalan President, Quim Torra, even called for the resignation of the highest judicial authority in Spain, Carlos Lesmes. And it's not the first time that he does it. Recently, when media reports disclosed some conversations between Spanish judges being extremely critical with pro-independence leaders, Torra also urged him to step down. Other parties in the Catalan Parliament were also very vocal against the Supreme Court and the way it has handled this case. But this was not the only issue on the Parliament floor today. Torra announced that he was ready to intensify political moves to reach an international mediation for Catalonia and Spain. Again, this is not the first time that it happens. Former President Carles Puigdemont last year repeatedly called for an international mediation. This in the run-up to the independence referendum and later in the run-up to the independence declaration, a possibility that Spain flatly rejected.
D'acord amb el conseller Maragall, ens adreçarem personalment a tots els representants dels països de la Unió Europea explicant quina és la situació que vivim a Catalunya. Volem explicar directament com tracta l'estat espanyol els polítics que han volgut donar la paraula al seu poble. És l'hora de començar a preparar el camí de la mediació.
It's the first time that President Torra appears in Parliament since the public prosecutor of Spain last week announced the official accusations against pro-independence leaders. On the one hand, the prosecutor confirmed the crime of rebellion, one of the most serious offenses against Catalan leaders, and also requested prison sentences of up to 25 years. Torra said that he would not accept any condemnatory sentence, but some opposition parties asked him what exactly does he mean when he says that.
¿Qué significa que no van a aceptar las sentencias? ¿Qué significa? ¿Van a atacar a los jueces? ¿Van a asaltar los tribunales? ¿Van a dejar que asalten el Parlamento? ¿Nos van a perseguir a nosotros? ¿Van a ocupar el aeropuerto? ¿Qué van a hacer?
The Catalan economy continued growing in the third term of 2018. Its GDP increased by 0.6% between July and September, estimates the Catalan Economy Ministry. That means a slight slowdown in the pace of growth compared to the 0.7% in the first two terms. So far this year, Catalonia's economy has grown by 2%, more than the Spanish average at 1.8% and the Eurozone's at 1%. Moving on, the nice weather seems to be back, at least for now. And it's just in time for the autumn edition of the REC Fashion, Food and Music Festival, held in an old industrial district in a town west of Barcelona.
Do you like shopping, concerts and spending time with friends? If you miss the REC Festival in the spring, and especially if you're in need of a new winter wardrobe, the fall edition of the Fashion, Music and Food Fair is back. From today until Saturday, in the town of Igualada, west of Barcelona, REC takes its name from the industrial neighborhood where it's held, one it also aims to revitalize. So, for 4 days, it features pop-up shops in former warehouses, selling top brands, over 100 of them, and all at special prices. This is REC's 19th edition with new additions, both designers and spaces. But it's not just about shopping, say organizers.
Però a més és un moment de passar-t'ho bé, de desconnectar, d'anar a fer la volta amb els amics i fer el circuit, de prendre una cervesa, tranquil·lament, escoltar un concert.
This is why there's a gastronomy space and a concert area, the latter with 3 stages and completely free. For fun, there's everything from DJ sets, concerts, children's story readings, conferences, workshops, dancing, and of course, street food to keep your energy up. And while it's only day 1 of the event, organizers have high hopes for attendance, aiming for 120,000 people.
Catalan scientists, engineers, and experts in international relations are joining forces to get closer to the world's scientific community. And SciTech DiploHub is the name of the new project they've just presented. Its aim? To foster scientific diplomacy, promoting Barcelona as a research hub. It's apolitical, and its first task will be to create a kind of scientific ambassador to represent the Catalan capital around the world.
I amb això estem treballant actualment en promocionar el nostre ecosistema fora, el nostre ecosistema del coneixement, interpel·lar la nostra diàspora, tot aquell talent format a les universitats i centres de recerca de Barcelona que tenim actualment en d'altres ciutats del món.
Jazz, blues, folk, funk, and pop. These are some of the genres that inspire American singer Madeleine Peru. And concertgoers in Barcelona recently enjoyed her singing songs from her latest album dedicated to none other than Leonard Cohen. And it's with footage of this performance that we finish our show today. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.
You can cry a million tears. You can wait a million years if you think time will change your ways. Don't wait too long when your morning turns to night. Who'll be there loving you by candlelight if you think time is gonna change your ways? Don't wait too long. I know I got a lot to learn. I don't want to waste another day. And if you think you're going to lose it all, ooh,